Hi, welcome to SBR Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. We are continuing our preview of the main card of UFC 174 right now with Nick Kalikas from MMAOddsBreaker.com and also from MMAOddsBreaker.com calling in on the phone, Brad Tazchuk. All right, Ryan Bader and Rafael Cavalcante is the next fight we're going to discuss. Is another fight with a line minus 140 plus 120. Bader is the favorite. And both these guys are kind of like climbing up the 205-pound ladder, but they both have kind of like huge power and suspect chins. So I'm thinking that maybe this might be a real coin flip. Maybe you want to take a Cavalcante at plus 120. Maybe you want to take him, inside the distance or by knockout or something like that. What do you think, Brad Tazchuk?
Well, I disagree with that.
Okay.
There's definitely danger for Ryan Bader in the first round of this fight because Rafael Cavalcante is a huge, huge hitter, and Bader can be hit. We've seen that multiple times in the past. The problem is if this fight gets past the 4-minute mark or so, then Feijão is going to start to fade. And I was just looking up his records a little bit earlier today, and he's basically a 500 fighter once fights get out of the first round. Okay. So if he doesn't get that first round finish, then it's going to be very, very tough for him to outwork Bader. And I think Bader can start getting takedowns, land some ground and pound, and Cavalcante's actually all of his losses are by stoppage as well. So I would be quite surprised if this fight made it to the final bell.
Nick Kalikas, so where'd you open these lines and how's the betting been?
About $1.60 for Bader, okay. So more of the action has come in on Cavalcante here. And again, you guys hit it straight on. I mean, both these guys have suspect chins, a ton of power, questionable defense in all areas. So, yeah, I mean, Cavalcante has to pretty much get rid of him early. Now, it's very possible because he's got that tremendous knockout power. He also has a slick guillotine we saw recently as well. But you know what? I think it's Bader's fight to win or lose. If his defense can hold up. Now, it's hard to trust the guy because, I mean, defensively, wow, sometimes you just shake your head and think, what the heck is this guy doing? I mean, he gets clipped sometimes when he really shouldn't. He needs to fight a little bit smarter and have better IQ. But if he does survive round one, it should be his fight to win or lose. I mean, Cavalcante is a completely different fighter in rounds 2 and round 3. And I don't think he's going to make it 3 rounds, honestly. I think Bader, again, could put the pressure on him a little bit. He's got that knockout power, too, as well. And like Brad said, he can get the fight to the ground, I think, especially round 2, round 3, because Cavalcante does have some decent takedown defense. It's improved his overall wrestling game. But again, if Bader fights smart, his defense holds up again, you got to lean that way a little bit. But it's a tough one, man, laying juice on Ryan Bader and his chin.
Right. What about the under 1.5 rounds at plus 120, Brad Tazchuk? Do you think that might be a decent bet, or do you think that 1.5 is just too low of a total?
That could have a little bit of value because I think basically 100% of the time that Cavalcante wins this fight, it's going to be under that 1.5 round mark, and Bader could probably do it a good percentage of the time that he wins because he can either land a shot or Cavalcante could gas early in round 2 and it could end there. So I think there could be a little bit of value on that play, but when the fight doesn't go the distance prop comes out, I think that will hold a little bit more value as well.
Right. I mean, Nick Kalikas, where do you think that prop is going to come out? It sounds like it's going to be a huge, huge favorite.
Yeah, it'll be a decent number because this fight's likely not going the distance at all. So it'll be a decent number. I mean, you're going to have to lay some juice. So most people might want to throw it in a parlay if they do find value in it at all. It might. It depends on what the line is. I'm not exactly sure what that's going to come out, but I'm sure it's going to be pretty high.
All right. So Brad Tazchuk, your official pick on this one is going to be Ryan Bader at minus 140?
It is.
All right. Fair enough. I understand why. Thanks, guys.